back to Young Visionary TV. Listen, we're on the second part of Confessions of a Young Teacher, and I'm so excited because we're talking about relationships with our students and how learning those relationships has impacted our personal lives and also our relationships with our coworkers. So check this out. Before we even go further, I need you to hit that like button, please. All right? Come on, let's check out the video. I think the bottom line of what we've been saying is relationship. Our relationship has allowed our relationship to be better. And then it's crazy because I'm sitting here thinking, like, if you cannot properly develop the relationship concept, it makes me question, what do your personal relationships look like? Let's close out this relationship part by saying one thing that you've taken away that from relationships, how you've grown to build your relationships and relationships just period, with students and your personal relationships with your daughters, your parents, and wives and husbands. Yeah, husbands. If anybody want to go first, and we can just close out that part.
Kind of a loaded question. I feel like outside of school, I'm a little more reserved in my relationship building. In school, it's like I kind of flip a switch. Not that I do it nonchalantly, but most of all, I'll say this, the biggest thing that I took away is that kids want to know you care. Before you want to teach me how to edit an Excel document, before you teach me Spanish, before you teach me how to sing this song, most of our kids want to know that you care. And for most of our kids, that does not look like teaching them. It does not look like ABC 1, 2, 3. And you have, probably on average, we see 130 kids a day pass through our classrooms. And it can look different for every single student. And then you have your students who don't care, I'm just here to learn, I like education, throw me the paper. But give my grade, keep it moving. But just these kids want to know you care. So I'll just say that. Yeah.
What has all this relationship done for you? Like learning all these relationships, how has it impacted your life?
Like for me, I start looking, what I've realized these days is that I'm starting to look at challenges in other people's eyes, how they view it, if that makes sense. So their perspective. So say for instance, a child comes into my classroom and says, I don't understand what you're doing or what you're teaching, or I'm having a hard time because I'm having a challenge somewhere else, probably from my previous class or at home. I need to know, all right, cool, this is what is happening with him. How can I reach him and knowing that he will leave my class with the content that I have? Or even outside, taking that outside of my classroom and using it with my family or even my wife. My wife may complain about something, she's having a challenge. All right, I may come home feeling stressed because Johnny had stressed me right out from my first class, and then I had this last class having the same problem. But my wife did not have that experience, right? How can I look at my wife's experience, looking at it from her perspective, and know that, all right, she's gonna be okay, I have her back, or we can deal with the challenge, right? And probably deal with my challenge afterwards, but so it's like just making sure that I'm there loving on others as well as loving on my kids and loving on myself at the same time as well.
Yeah, I think for me, definitely starting with my marriage, it's like I wake up every morning and I'm choosing to love my husband. I'm choosing to make him worth it. And he's not worth it because of anything that he has done. He's worth it because he's worth it. And so with my students, like, it is way more challenging because obviously I chose my husband. Like, we got to date for all those years.
Put him on my roster again.
Like, that is true. Some students seems that it's a match made in heaven. They are chosen for us because they show up every single year. But those end up being the ones that I'm the most excited to see, but I'm the most sad to see going at the end of the year. And it's because I just get so wrapped up in loving them. Like, and that's when it goes from just showing up every day and I can't wait to get on campus every day. And it's not like that every day, just like in our marriage, it's not, easy every day. But I do think, like marriage, like relationships, you have to be willing to show up. You have to be willing to fight for it. And you're only going to show up if it matters, if it's worth it.
You're trying.
Crazy thing. Well, I'll let you go. Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, to be transparent, to be honest with them, because I've seen a lot. Like, I'm not a liar. I'm not a good liar. When someone asks me to tell a story, like, you go
Trust me,
on,
that's you.
I'm not gonna, yeah. So the minute they see that you are not being honest with them, your trust is like gone, and you have to develop that all over again. So being transparent with them with everything, will get that relationship too.
To be honest, something that choosing to love your wife and choosing to love your husband. My wife probably has taught me how to build relationships because I'm an introvert. Believe it or not, I'm an introvert. Like at my best, I can be completely by myself, like literally all day. She's an extrovert. Like this literally happened. My wife she is just good at building relationships. I mean, strangers. You've seen her in action. Like she just ran. I'm just like, man, how do you do that? You know what I mean? But here at school, like I choose to do it in a sense that it doesn't come natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to choose to do it. Like, man, I gotta. But
it's a part of the job.
Yeah, it's a part of the job.
I think one thing for me is, so I am the only one except for you. I think when I first started teaching, I was still at my parents' for about 6 months, and then I'm still like 10 minutes away from down the road. So teaching and receiving all this relationship stuff has allowed me to take time to analyze and study these students. What makes him tick? And I can't do this just in the classroom. I gotta take this home and like, why aren't you analyzing your parents? Why aren't you taking time to figure out what's not working? Or the same thing with you and your sister or whatever. And then it's also allowed me to develop greater relationships in the workspace. So even before y'all came, I made it intentional to go up and down the hallways and, hey y'all, what's up y'all, what y'all doing? You need some help? This, that, and the other. Because what I'm learning is, if I want to make an impact, if I want to do different things, I want to change the experience of the classroom, I got to do different things. So like the male summit and the leadership summit, the stuff that got to be done after school, we've done so much. I'm going to need more hands. So if they know that I care, if y'all know that I care, how many times, thank you. How many times I've called on y'all multiple times to add on to a project, and then Story and Story's husband, and like we've gotten our families involved. My dad and my mom have jumped in at random times, so I've realized that if you want it, you can do it by yourself. But also they got to see the investment too, because like I've asked Story for 1 billion things, I've asked y'all for 1 billion things, but I try to make it an impact, and I'm sorry if I haven't made such an impact, to make sure that I get that time back. Because just as I honor and I need your time, you need some type of, I need to exchange something. So I think this is a good place to wrap up. Woo! But yeah, I think this is a good place to wrap up. And thanks for hanging out with us for this conversation. Part 1 and Part 2 was so good. But I need you to look out for more videos from Young Visionary TV. But one thing I need you to do, yep, you're right, like, share, and subscribe, alright? Bye guys.